How you guys doing out there? It's been a while since I have done a live, and I'm sure most people who see this will see it after the fact. I really didn't want to go live this late at night, but my gosh, I can't get anything done. It is the it's it was Christmas 3 hours ago. Let's say that. I think that's the best way to say it. And Anyway, I wanted to do a special live for um, for my friend. I'm going to drop a link to his channel in the comments. Subscribe if you want to. Don't subscribe if you don't want to. It's a music based channel. Um, Basically, my friend who was also part of my herping time um, had a music YouTube, and he got some pretty interesting shows. Now I have one too, because this last year of our life, I maybe did two herping trips, um, and I don't know if sorry, just had to sound check. No one's popped on yet that has commented, so I figured I'd check it out. But anyway, hopefully this one isn't a long one. Don't want it to be. If I get a bunch of questions or something, people pile in, then I may run it long. But anyway, my best friend Mark made his own live music channel on YouTube. They're becoming more popular. And if you go to a lot of concerts, to me, it's not a bad idea if you can get away with videotaping. Some places more crazy about it than others. But no, but I was with my best friend the last probably 2 weeks, when he was on hospice, when we knew he just had days to be here. We myself, his sisters, his mother, his brother-in-law, all took turns watching him at Claire House in Tulsa. Anyone who's on my Facebook is probably already going to know who I'm talking about, so I don't feel like I'm really, dropping any confidentialities or anything. And but anyway, it left me pretty broken. I'm pretty much a basket case. Why lie? You're a basket case. I can be, whereas used to, I would, get thrown off a topic once an hour, twice an hour. Now it's like, I just, now it's like every 5 minutes I lose my train of thought. And I really want to thank my beautiful partner, Autumn Santucci. She went and got married. She had to change her name. I'm going to put something in the chat box. Because I'm showing that people are watching, but I don't know who they are. So hopefully they say hi. And it's not a big deal if they don't. But Anyway, me being a night owl like I am, I took a lot of the third shifts with the guy when he was at Clare House in Tulsa. And that's where his father passed away about 11, 12 years ago. And so I knew that's where he told us that that's where he wanted to go if it got to that. Um, Sadly, it got to that. Guy was, 3 years younger than me. And he had pancreatic cancer. And I don't know. It's just real hard to talk about. And I don't think I've done a live in 6 months. And I mean, to me, that's okay. Like, life got in the way, life got busy. Um, and there's things more important than YouTube. I'm still definitely into maintaining a channel and kicking out some new videos, as I have a lot of trips scheduled for this next year, and God willing, everything will fall into place. But I wanted to also, you know, let you guys know that, like, people like Ariel, Jack and Dan, Joker, guys, don't think Smet Logic or Luby has put out anything in a while that I haven't watched. But Desert Wolf, man, if you're out there, leave a comment on this. But anyone whose channel I regularly follow, trust me, I will get caught up. Don't doubt for a minute I've ever forgotten the support you've given to me. So I will do you right when it comes to rolling your playlists. And and I know that's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of one of those interesting areas where you're not really supposed to. You watch this person's videos, then they watch yours. I don't see anything wrong with it, but like, I think sometimes it can be viewed as a sub for sub issue, and they don't like that, and I understand. Um, but man, I'm in a different world now. I'm looking forward to getting back out into field herping this spring. You don't know. Literally, I started out last year pretty hard. Made 2 trips to southeastern Oklahoma, got out west once, got to the place south of Tulsa, north of Henrietta, that area in there. Got out there twice last year, both with, or I'm thinking, once with a person who had never hit that area before, so that was really cool. Made an excellent friend that night. He's doing real good with his photography too. I don't know that he's real big on accepting friends requests or that he has an Instagram or anything, but if he does at some point, I'll give him a shout out on this channel, because he's a good guy. His photography is pretty excellent, and he deserves it. But anyway, I'm all over the place. Sorry, that's the way this is gonna be. But yeah, I had the privilege of taking care of my best friend in some of his final days, and the herping last year, kind of stopped around, I'd say, April, June, and we had, for the last year and a half, which is about when he found out he had this nasty disease, we had been trying to do everything that we could every moment together. He had surgeries in there. He had I just, yeah, yeah, it's hard to even think about. But he had a rough go of it. It definitely wasn't an easy path for him, and he never let it affect his attitude. He loved fun up until the very end. Um, which once again, it just shouts volumes to how amazing this guy was to me as a friend, as a fellow reptile guy, and as a fellow YouTuber. Because I have a music video channel too, but I don't even want to talk about it. I want to pop his in the comments, or pop a link to it in the comments, and say, if you like stuff like that, subscribe. If you don't worry about it. Um, Sadly, no more videos are going to be uploaded to that channel, and I'm kind of wishing I would have, got his family to, I don't know, give me his phone or something, and I could either figure out his password or something, because I could upload mine to my channel and then mine to his channel. If I do any more concert videos, I don't know that I'm going to do any more right now. I'm sure I will again someday, but it's not going to be the priority that herping is, or that snakes are. And uh, it's been a roller coaster ride. He would go to a hospital in Tulsa, and they would say, "Well, it's stage 4. We don't know what to do." And then send him down to MD Anderson in Houston. They'd say, "It's stage 2. You're still a candidate for surgery," and then they'd ship him back. And man, it just messed with my head, because it was back and forth. It was like hope, no hope, hope, no hope, hope, no hope, and really, really horrible. I was in a lot of denial through that, and like today, I'm just pretty damn screwed up. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I I told Autumn earlier, Autumn Santucci with Hissy Fits. Please follow them on Facebook. Um, I will give a shout out to her. She is amazing. She's that friend that is always there for you. But she could use some more followers on her rescue page. Hissy Fits Snake Rescue, I believe, is the name of it. Um, and once again, if you can't find it and want to find it, let me know, or leave a comment or something, and I'll give you I'll figure out a way that you can just search it and go right to it, or link it out if we can link in the comments. I don't think we can link in the comments on YouTube anymore. Um, but anyway, Mark was this phenomenal guy. He was like the best of the best. Um, he was a guy who would be having problems paying his own bills, and then, buy groceries for the single mother next door. He's just so giving, so caring. And then he's so funny, and he's such a freaking smart ass. Um, it's just kind of like he had all these amazing good qualities just wrapped up into one. And you kind of think, well, doesn't this contradict that? Well, sort of, it does. But then again, things can be contradictory. Some people have told me I can be funny and mean at the same time, or that I can be funny while being mean to someone else. I don't know how I do it. Probably split personality or something. But I wanted to do a live tonight and dedicate it to him, because I just feel like I need to shout out to my audience and say, gang, I will be making more videos. This situation with my best friend hung me up a little. I don't think I've been in this room twice in the past 3 months. A lot of you guys out there that are in my tribe like I said earlier, don't be scared. I'm going to get caught up. Um, at this point, I'm just going to be rolling playlists because I just can't. I follow a lot of people too, so I can't just get to as many as you would think. But anyway, it's just kind of it's kind of a mess. I keep saying that over and over. Of course I do, because I mean, it is what it is. Um, and this guy and me, we met in 1997. We were working at the same hospital, and it incidentally was the one I was born at. The one, I think someone else in my family was born there. But I later worked there, about 25, 26 years after being born there. And so did this guy. And we never met at the hospital itself. What had happened, it's kind of a funny story, is these girls that were running around with me, they were girls from work, and we would go to the Caravan Cattle Company. Mid 90s country western was pretty big. And then you're kind of in Oklahoma, and it's a big draw here. Um, but we went to Denny's after a night out, which is not an uncommon occurrence. And this one girl who was a coworker, you know, put like 2 quarters on the table, and I'm like, "What do you want me to do with these?" And they're like, she gives me a phone number. I said, and I'm like, "Okay." And she said, "Call this guy. His name is Mark, and tell him to get his butt out here and hang out with us." I'm kind of like, "Well, if you know him, why don't you call him?" And this was like 3:30 in the morning, something crazy. But anyway, the guy, you know, I eventually do call him. I think I got hung up on twice or something. And the third time, if I remember correctly, the third time he answered, he's like, "You've already woke me up. So just go ahead and say whatever you want to say." And I was like, "Dude, I've already been friend zoned by these two girls, and they're wanting you down here." Um, and he's like, he asked me the oddest question. He says, "Is the Belgian waffle still on the menu?" And I hold the phone away from my head and shout to the girls, "Hey, is the Belgian waffle still on the menu?" And they look through the menu real quick. They find it, and then they're like, they give me the thumbs up. So I turn around and tell him yes. And he comes down, and he kind of gravitated towards me, and we talked about music all night, which is kind of funny because he kind of ignored them. And um, looking back, I kind of wonder if he knew what those two were up to, because they were up to some shenanigans that weren't really cool. Looking back, I didn't find out about all this until later. But and ever since 1997, this guy has been my like ride or die. I mean, it's just that's where he's been. I think if I'm mathing right, that's 25 or 26 years. Um, I'm pretty sure it's at least 25. Um, and so this guy had been in my life, and we had numerous road trips, numerous herping trips, numerous local concerts, numerous out of state, out of area concerts. We and we had quite a life together. He would get married later, before I did, and then it sadly didn't last, and these things happen. Um, But, we started going to concerts more and stuff after that time. Well, 2020 shows up, and we all know what happened in 2020. The lockdowns, things like that. I'm not sure how much you can talk about that stuff on YouTube anymore, because I just don't know if it's changed or anything has gone on. But stuff happened in 2020, and it took a good year to get over a lot of it. And now that stuff is coming back around again. So who knows? Who knows where it'll all go? But not really in the mood to try to catch a show right now. Um, but I really, and he kind of brought me back to live music when all I did was herp. And hey, Brad, glad to see you jumping in here. Um, I know it's late. I just decided to do this. I'd kind of been putting it off. But anyway, he kind of pulled me back into music some. Um, you know, and that kind of cut my herping time down a little. This guy was really into reptiles too. He just wouldn't deal with like the online reptile community. He thought one time he was in like he was in North American Field Herping Association on Facebook, and no offense to them, he he just kind of thought there was too much drama involved and too many people after each other, and so he just decided he didn't want to associate with anyone from that world besides me. He had a couple of green iguanas as pets. Um, he also would foster snakes and stuff from time to time. And the guy would go road cruising with me and Autumn, or just me and him. And I remember back during the spring of 2020, he just had to get out of the house, and so we went down to a road that is really hopped up with snakes early in the season. I think we saw maybe two or three garter snakes and a water snake, nothing tremendous, but it was a good time. And I remember his family kind of got upset with him that he left and went somewhere because, it was kind of the point in time where you really couldn't go a lot of places. So he always had to be doing something. So anyway, I think that was our last herping trip together. Or maybe we had one. No, we did. We had another one. Um, Me and him and Autumn went out at a place over by my dad's old house in the Inola area, and saw a couple of things. I need to find that video and get it processed. I don't know that any of him is in it, but I would like to know. Matter of fact, that'll probably be the next video I work on. I've got one in the queue. I may just scrap that one for this one and redo that one at a later date. Um, Let me get to questions. Brad Clark, I am doing as best I can. I am hanging in there after the loss of my best friend who was 49 years old. He passed away from pancreatic cancer, and I am just absolutely sick about it. But hey, at least today I know that he's not in pain. I know that he's not, throwing up. I know that he's not having to, take 25 different medications a day. It was really not the way to live. I will say that. But anyway, I kind of wanted to do a live dedicated to him and pump his YouTube channel a little. Um, he and I both, he started before I did, but he and I both were into like all kinds of different music, from like country to heavy metal to punk rock to rap. And so we would go to concerts, we'd both videotape them. I'd always get the better video, my video would be so much sharper than his, but he'd get 3, 4, 5 times the views. And I always kind of wondered why that was. But either way, no, it didn't bother me because it's, you'll never monetize those channels anyway because it's 95% copyrighted content. Unless you shoot like a small band or something and they're, not under copyright yet. But like, we shot Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg. We shot, I'm trying to think of the bigger names we shot. We shot the Psychedelic Furs. They were hugely popular in the 80s. Um, if you've ever seen the movie The Wedding Singer, you've heard a couple of their songs in there. He shot Bruce Springsteen at the local BOK Center, and had turned out he got really good seats to it. And I filmed some stuff like Midnight, which they're one of my new favorite bands. Um, of course, it wasn't his thing. It was kind of a little too thrash metal for him. That's okay. We had different tastes. We both filmed the Dirty Rotten Imbecile show. Um, we both filmed a local band, Flurry, several times. He knew one of them, and it's just like they wanted the press, they wanted the attention, and they're like, "Oh, just make as many videos of us as you want." Okay, and it's always a cheap cover to get in wherever they were. So me and him would hit it, but for literally the last year of my life, I've really neglected my herping. I've really neglected my life, but I did so with pride because once I found out there was a chance he wasn't going to make it, um, I just said, dude, we're gonna have fun every freaking day of the week, and we'd roll down to concerts in Oklahoma City. We would go to um, concerts in Kansas City, or no, Springdale, Arkansas, I think. Yeah, no, Rogers, Arkansas. My bad. I was trying to remember where the Walmart amphitheater was. It's Rogers, Arkansas. Great location for a concert. Thanks, Brad, man. I do appreciate that. Guy was 49. I'm 52. It kind of does a number on you. Now, I've always, known that once you get pancreatic cancer, you're generally, there's no early detection, and early detection is what is needed to save someone's life. And anyway, man, it is what it is. After this video, I'm going to drop a link to his channel in the comments. Now, once again, no more video will be uploaded to his channel, but if it's your thing, please sub. Or give your favorite artists some views, just because I would really like to see the numbers hit up on his channel. Even though he's got better numbers than I did, filming the same kind of stuff. I don't know if it's just the angle or just what. I always felt my video was a little better. I think his phone camera, or we shoot this stuff with iPhones. I mean, you just can't bring a pro gig into something like that. You have to have like all these sign-offs from management, and it's annoying. But anyway, he would, I think his camera got better sound, but less video. I think he could only top out at 1080, where I was shooting in 4K a lot of the time. But once again, it's like if the sound's not there, the sound's not there. And on a music channel, sound is important. Although you will find these people who are like crazy about one specific band that you shot, and they will post the playlist in their um, fan club page or something like that, and you can get some pretty interesting views. And like I said, you'll never monetize a channel like that. Now you can get it to the point where you can accept donations and stuff, um, if you wanted to. Um, I don't know. To me, it's just like I'm not worried about success on YouTube anymore. I'm just worried about getting back to making it all fun. Hey, Brad, thank you for stopping in and saying hi. Probably not long myself. I'm really glad you stopped in. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night. I just wanted to say, man, Mark, I'll see you on the other side. Um, I'm so happy you're not in pain, and I'm so happy I got to be around so much. And yeah, I'm gonna have to run because like I'm gonna bust up if I think about it anymore, and I just can't afford to do that tonight. But like I said, if anyone out there is remotely into music, even if you want to sub him for a while and then drop off in 6 months, I would feel good about that. I would feel good going out to his channel and seeing, that he's gotten some new followers and some of his videos have gotten some new views. We kind of kept eyes on each other's channel. No, you're doing better than me at this, but this band I'm doing better than you, and so we kind of, it was kind of fun. We made it a lot of fun. But Mark, who went by the YouTube name Nobody Special, I think 5941. I will drop a link in the comments. Um, dude, I'm gonna miss you. Um, my heart aches that you're not here, but in another way, I'm really glad that you're not here. And sometimes things happen in life that aren't fair. I get it. I really do. I've seen a lot of it. Too damn much of it. I'll say that. But anyway, I don't know what else to say other than if you're a personal friend of mine or if you're into music and just stumbled across this video, like I said, if you like the stuff he has, give him a sub. Watch some of his videos. You know, it's kind of I'm still sad that nothing else will be uploaded to that channel ever, probably. But nothing does last forever, and stuff like this really drives it home. But anyway, guys, for the 3 people that were watching, I hope you enjoyed tonight's live. Brad Clark, I'm glad you stopped in. Been missing all you guys, literally, and this video will explain why. Yeah, I just haven't had a lot of time to do a lot of stuff with YouTube. And Ariel, Jack and Dan, Joker, you know, um, and everyone else. Trust me, I'll get you some watch time soon. But I'm gonna log off for tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being there. Um, Nobody special was indeed someone very special. And the world is a crappier place now that he's gone. But we'll never forget him. His girlfriend, his sisters, his family, all the people whose lives he touched, which were many. I mean, one of his friends from college drove out here 6 times over the last year from the East Coast, Marion, South Carolina. She would generally drive out here to see him, spend time with him, run around with him when he could, still walk. Anyway, guy had so many friends and probably a few enemies somewhere. Oh well. But anyway, nobody special. My buddy Mark, 1974 to 2023. He left this world on December 7th of 2023 at the place he wanted to go at. A very, very nice place. I would imagine if anyone is in the Tulsa area and they need hospice care, to look at Clare House. It's just a very peaceful place. And even though I couldn't bring myself to go there right now, I kind of miss it because there's no loud anything. There's just relaxing music. They really worked on the ambience to get it right, and it's free. That's the other thing is it's free. Now, I mean, I don't know if the nurses are volunteers or what, or if there's any paid. I don't think there's any paid positions there. I could be wrong. Could speak out of turn. But yeah, 100 people will watch this video if I'm lucky. Probably more like 40. And but anyway, man, dude, I'm gonna miss you. You just don't know how much I miss you already. Gang, thank you for sticking with me through this live. Um, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate Brad, and I appreciate Mark, who gave us, so many of us, some special, special memories. The guy was absolutely crazy, crazy fun. He was just great. But he's went on to a better place. So anyway, I might do another live on him. Maybe. I don't know. I did want to do this one and just get it out of the way. So guys, hit the thumbs up if you haven't. Please let this play all the way through. I would love to see this get 150, 200 views. I doubt it will. No, not a lot of people tune into my lives. That's okay. Thank you guys for watching. Let me just cut it there. See y'all later.